Welcome to the Week Ahead's video. In this video, we will be going over the various major FX pairs. We'll be looking at them from the perspective of the market cycle and also trying to identify harmonic patterns that appear within this cycle for context. Before I start, trading is risky. These signals offer you no protection at all. If you're to take them, it's not a regulated activity. Therefore, you're not going to be protected by the Ombudsman or the Compensation Services Scheme. Synergy Markets, which distributes these signals, is authorized and regulated by the FCA, but signals in general are not regulated activity. So bear that in mind. So let's go. We've had a very consistent past quarter, ultimately. We've had very strong October, November, December's pretty strong as well. And this goes, you can check the results out on the website, but we are coming into the end of the year, as everyone knows. Liquidity, volume tends to dry up a little bit, gets difficult to trade really, and you have to think back to the psychology of trading cycles. Different parts of the cycles have different psychological phases. So certainly at the end of the month, we are looking at false moves against the trend, trap moves in line with the trend. So we've got to just be mindful of those sort of things. So for example, I've got this Stellar blockchain in front of me here. So you can see at the end of November, beginning of the month, we trapped, and now we created this false move towards the end of the year and a real move, hopefully to trigger us into the new year. Incredible descending pattern. The fear is it could get all the way down here. If it gets down here, then people will buy the hell out of it. But this is one that we were calling around here, so pretty happy with this, the way it's played out so far. But perspective-wise, that's where it sits. It's pretty big move. I mean, just one of those moves, I would be absolutely shocked if we just did one move up and one move down. There has to be at least three of these. If we look here, the scale of the first one, this could even be the first one. So that's what I'm thinking. We shall see. Let's get back to some reality. AUD CAD. We've completed 3 months of drop now, coming into the new year. This is the monthly chart. It's not really offering me a great deal, to be fair to you. However, we do have this on a long. We sent this as a long, I think, to both groups, or it might have been just premium. But the setup we have is market cycle. The market cycle is this diagram, this red diagram. You can see it here on the way up and on the way down, and we're just simply on the way up at the minute. It's ultimately, if you want to keep things simple, a higher low, lower low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Off this sort of untested order book area, ABCD harmonics in place. Simply this harmonic taken for a walk, repeating itself. So that's a massive bit of DNA for the market, but we have sent this as a long. There it is. So a number of harmonic patterns coming together here. But ultimately, we're on about this one here that looks so far so good, getting some traction. There's nothing else for me to say on that one. Moving on. ADCHF. ADCHF been tough. Let's have a look what you are showing me. It's showing me a number of different things. So we're right at the low of the peak at the minute. So for me, the way I've seen, we've got a 1, a 2, and a 3. And on the way down, we have a 1, a 2, and a 3. 3 hits the low, 3 pushes to the low. Trap, false, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. So these are real sort of liquidity areas for people to make choices and get caught out, is how I'm sort of seeing that. I don't believe you could likely see a head and shoulders at the low of a trend. A real one should be seen at the top of a trend. So the jury is out on that. It's a pass for now. AUD, NZD. It's a bit fugly, but the pattern is there. 1, 2, peak. A massive 1, ultimately. And we're at the top of that one. We had a ABCD Gartley. 1, 2. Never quite gave a convincing third. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Trap false. 1, 2. Are we going to be offered the third? Do not know. Potentially. We did send it out. It did hit 25. And it's still pretty reasonable to expect that this is going to go up. For me, this is a shoulder, head, shoulder, or a consolidation 1 on the way up with 2 pushes up. That's the sort of thing you want to be looking for. Moving on, bear with me 1 secondo. So yeah, we do have an interesting counter trend set up on ADNZD. You can see here the W first zone. one. I mean, it's either 1, 2, 3 up, or this is a 1, 2, and then a 3. And I think you're then going to get a consolidation and another continual push. This is now first of all, this is a weaker drop, 2 weeks sorry, weaker rise, 2 weeks of rise. It's counter trend. It's counter trend, so it's not one of the strongest setups. ADNZD. We have just been relentless with this one. It's been amazing, absolutely insane. I mean, following that rule book, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, expect it all the way down here. So that is a severe dollar strength coming from somewhere. Not sure what's coming. We're not going to get up here, so I'm going to eradicate that one because we've taken out that low. But we have completed the long-awaited Gartley. That is super interesting. That is super, super interesting. This is actually going to be very bullish from here. Now, let me just give you reasons why. First of all, we have I never completed, did it? First of all, we have the lows of consolidation. Lows of consolidation always bring in a support. So we're trading off the lows consolidation. The ABCD is properly completed now. That's amazing, actually. I know a lot of you must be thinking what you're on about, but for me, this is pretty big. Let me just get it again. Copy that. I need to move that exactly. Right, I want it ping in there. So that, guys and girls, has uncannily, Jesus. Can you see that? A, B, C, D, complete. Finally, that is astonishing. That's a bit astonishing. That really has surprised me. Let me just try this. Not far off completing there. So that's massive, really. So we have got a Gartley at the lows of consolidation, counter trend. That is going to bring us higher. Do I take it? AUD, write this down. USD, Gartley, complete, ugly. But the ugly ones are the hard ones to see, and they're the ones that typically work because people are caught on the wrong side. A lot of people will be seeing continuation here. I'm not. I'm starting to see more of a case for my idea. I can see 3 pushes. I can see an ABCD completed. I can see the lower consolidation. That's 3 big. I can see the trend break and expect the retest. That's 3 big reasons to consider this as a long. Now, if it ends up as being a loser, people say, yeah, you should trade with the trend, etc., etc. But when you get setups like this, that makes sense. The next question is going to be the entry. Entry is not as straightforward, but we are forming. What I like here is this higher low. We've got another double bottom forming and a retest. So far, so good. I'm quite enjoying what I'm seeing here. I want to see I have seen a break. That is a change of character. I need to see a bit more targeting up here. That would be a tough one to send, by the way, leading into Christmas, because the failure trading against the prevailing pattern, but with the ABCD leg completed as such. I'll show you on your AUD when it happened before. I think I have to have a go on that. That's good risk reward. Ideally, I would wait a bit. Really do have to think these things over, but I'm going to move on. But this is a counter trend set up long. Quite like it, You'd be anticipating a 1, 2. You're anticipating a 3 here. And then I think after that 3, you would come down and go again. So not always the easiest, but I do think higher. Yeah, I quite like this. Sorry to spend so much time on it. I'm going to move on. Euro ED, let's see if I can show you the same thing here. Yeah, this is something I haven't sent, but I've taken it myself. I can see that we were in this last week anyway. We can see the market's moved off consolidation, 1, 2, 3. I'm still expecting another push. I can only see 2 pushes above the previous break. This is mega ball. You can see the pattern here, 1, 2, and 3. Are they going to extend this third? Potentially. It's fairly choppy, but right, let's go back to this ABCD we had on AUD USD. So it's the same thing here, ABCD, but price actually completed the D point. Fair enough, went below it, but look at the reaction. But within it had this ABCD as well. So we're bullish on this. Looks good. EuroCAD, another one we're very bullish on. We sent this last week as well. Still in it. Amazing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Expect a third. Level 1 consolidation. Expect higher prices. Lovely trades. Euro NZD. We took this as well. We've identified it. It's doing the same thing. Expecting higher prices. What can you notice here? You can notice the higher lows. For me, I can see a really aggressive I mean, we certainly had an aggressive impulse here with three. 1, 2, 3, an aggressive impulse. I need to see a retest here, and then we'll be long again. So reminder for that. I'll keep this saved because if it deletes, it'll be a nightmare. Euro USD. So what do we have in our favor still on this? So the harmonic swing is alive. It hasn't been broken, believe it or not. That's not a break. We're still trading within the shadow of this wick. I can't imagine. I mean, it's broke. Technically, people will be looking at a break and a retest here. So you will get some sort of selling reaction. But for me, there is a pattern that has emerged. The question remains is that's the harmonic swing, and these are the harmonic moves within that swing. Here, here, here again, near enough. Is it going to send us on another one? The evidence for it is suggesting that it could, because we can only see 1 and 2 so far. And to complete that third down here would give us completion. People will then look at that from another slant, and it could change. But if we get a confirmed breakdown here, that's really going to create question marks about the validity of the Euro USD longs. Moving on, GBP AED, another champion, moving out of the second zone of consolidation. Incredible looking pattern. That is an aggressive move. You don't mess around when you see candlesticks like this. You in and out. You need to sit back a little bit. I can see a pattern here. 1, 2, 3, perhaps. We are at highs. I don't really want to get caught at highs. This is very close to being a killer entry. Same here. Another good entry. That could have been. Missed them, but I did catch it. Where did I catch it? We caught that all right. Caught it here. Really nice. ABCD complete. GBP CAD. Another strong one. Level 2 consolidation. Break and retest of that zone for me. Still back within it. It's quite a condensed little pattern. Sure what it. Still, I could certainly see 3 up within. This is all high highs, high lows till it isn't. This is the first zone I can identify. This is definitely the second zone. And that's sort of given us the 3 pushes higher as well here. Make consolidation. Yeah, I like it, but I don't believe it's ready. There's nothing there for me yet. GBP CHF, rocky, bloody rocky. We did well on this one as well, got 100 pips. This is a lows of consolidation 1, mid consolidation 1. We're looking for consolidation 2. My worry is this zone hasn't been cleared. I'm not really going to go into too much detail on it. GBP USD, this is level 1 consolidation, and I still believe we're going to come down and finish the harmonic swing. 1, 2, and the 3. NZD CAD. Now this has been a real tricky one. Excuse my scrappy diagram here, but the same sort of theme of the show runs here. You've got the 1, 2, the 3, and the way these consolidations are constructed, some of them are just sideways chop. This one is more angular, zigzag, with the trap here, the false move, and you can see the subtleness of it. Very slight high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. Trying to induce people to go the wrong way on this one is quite easy to get a feel for that. None of this is broken. This is all still touching the zone, even that red one. So you can start to see some structure emerge. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe there is another push, maybe there isn't. So you get the idea that this price is expected higher. Lows of consolidation 1. It really is the area to take these trades. I haven't had the greatest of luck with this one. Anyway, write it down. I'm going to skip those. NZD USD, it's done exactly the same as AUD USD. It's surpassed it, to be fair to you. It's looking extremely bearish. Level 1, level 2, but the previous peak was here. We haven't hit it yet. Certainly have completed. Look at this ABCD. A, B equals C, D. Was that the last high? Yeah, that was. This is the power of ABCDs. That's the power of it. Crazy. And off the previous low, lows of consolidation, you could get a move back here like that. Wouldn't be unheard of. So that's definitely getting marked out. Okay, moving on. Gold doing its own thing. It's not really for me. I can see a pattern 1, 2, and 3. I don't like the monthly at all. This is just landslide material. So not for me. USD CAD. Incredible thing. It's been amazing for us. This is stupendously bullish, by the way. just like stupidly bullish. I can't say how bullish this really is. I mean, this is just consolidation one on its own. We're going to be up here and beyond. Let's look at it up close. Stunning looking thing, guys. Level 1, level 2. We smashed the ABCD, smashed it. So now we're looking at this as an ABCD. 52s, 150s. Need to get into it, but we have seen the pattern here. We've seen the 1, the 2, and the 3. So for me, that could be it. Definitely see 3 weeks of rise. 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks with a double top. Looks a bit dicey. There's one trade here that I'm a little bit concerned with. Little bit concerned. USD CHF that I sent. Now, reason for my concern is we've completed 3 now. 1, 2, and 3 at the 800. But this is bullish. This is a bullish setup. You've got level 1, level 2. I can only see 2 pushes, 1, 2, and we have a Gartley as well. So 1 week, 2 weeks, but it's not, it creates a new high. I get that. So the question is, how much of a retracement is this going to give us? It could be one that hasn't worked out for us. We will have to wait and see. But there we are, folks. I hope you get something from these videos. If you want to learn more about how to approach the markets without any indicators by using forward-looking items such as harmonics and market cycles, then I have a course available on my Melon's Trade website. You can also follow me on Twitter. But yeah, if you want to reach out to me, please do drop me a line and I'll happily sort of get back to you. And yeah, wish you all the best. Thanks for watching. Cheers.